ladies and gentlemen, this is Enough Sports Law here, and welcome back to a brand new video here. As I said, I'm going to do a little bit of an unusual video here today. So obviously, the World Cup's coming up this week, and the A League of uh of round two is also coming this week as well. And I thought, you know what, yeah, since I don't really have that much context there for the World Cup and that, or of the A League. I mean, I was going to do like a Melbourne Victory versus Western Wanderers preview, but I think I think I need to go back and watch more, and I really didn't have I really didn't have the energy to really much do that at the moment. So I decided to really I decided to do like a little bit of a a usual video, somewhat out of the blue. So yeah, somewhat similar um to what I did to my Parramatta Eels season review, but I feel like I want to like touch much more in depth there in the off season like of a preview there, and obviously looking from your right there, ladies and gentlemen, you can see our our ins and also outs there throughout our signings there throughout the off season, especially going to 2023, the players that we gained as well, such as Jermaine Hofgood there from the Penrith Panthers, Josh Hodgson there from the Canberra Raiders there as well, well a, a well experienced hooker there, but also can be very concerned there throughout his injuries there as well. And we also got Gerard Momo Isia there from Newcastle as well, a pretty well, great developed prop there throughout the Newcastle Knights development system there as well. And we also got a pretty underrated and also a lot of potential that this bloke can also offer there throughout our full pack there as well with Mitch Moses and this and that as well. If Josh Hodgson, can give him those good runs there as well, depending on himself there being uh injury free first of all. I don't know how Mitch Rain can really get Jack Merchant there, as he's did go running as well. But I do feel like one around second rows there, with Shaw Lane can really show up his offloading there as well, and just to learn on how to break through throughout their attack there, throughout the full pack there as well. But with Mitch Rain and with the extent of Josh Hodgson, being injury free or not, I'm just not really that confident, on how Murchie is really going to uh, being shown that bigger opportunity there as well when he's getting that space as well, and just being consistent with that as well. But I feel like we do have the right experienced players there as well. No, I'm not talking about Josh Hodgson there. I'm talking about Sean Lane, Moses, and also maybe Gufson there as well. Can also just teach him uh, little things as well. But most importantly, Bro Alpha, I feel like he is going to build him into an absolute a little bit of a secret weapon there for us. Well, somewhat of how of how Jerome Nano was for the North Queensland Cowboys there as well. So yeah, I reckon he'll be pretty good there for our game there for our 2023, and Bro Alpha is probably going to build him up there quite a bit on how he saved Bryce Cartwright's not only his career but also his life as well, quite personally there as well. So yeah, he is going to do a lot of things there for Jack Merchant there, Bro Alpha, and I cannot wait on what he can offer there. He can play there pretty much through consistently throughout his hard runs there as well. He could take a couple of hit ups there as well, and yeah, he can be offered that he can be offered that space as well, or whether he needs to. And he can be pretty good there for his defense as well. He's a little bit of a rib collar, you can say, but I reckon Alpha can potentially take him to what Cotter has delivered throughout 2022. I know that I know that's a massive call, but you know Bradford has done a lot there as well. Despite the grand final loss in that, he has got us to the grand final, and he has built this group there for the last couple of years as well. Uh, Getting Ryan Mason there as well. After his uh, after his off form there from last season, especially Shaw Lane and also Dylan Brown as well. When Dylan Brown was being named of one of the most worst ever 5'8" of most of the uh, modern era, and yeah, a lot of people were just absolutely just bragging Monde as well, and yeah, he was pretty overrated last season until this season. Rafa playing on whether it was just change his whole form and possibly his whole entire career in the future on how everyone just sees him these days. And yeah, um, yeah, I just can't wait just to see on how Bradford transforms this absolute just little machine as well, and what uh, aspects he can deliver there throughout the full pack there, especially with our depth there throughout Gerard, Manam. I see it as well. I can really see him, on how Ogavuzi did for us throughout the bench as well, and yeah, he'll be pretty good addition there throughout the bench as well, and yeah, hopefully, a well experienced players there can get them through there as well. Um, but yeah, I do want to touch on something, and I do want to mention something on what I did post on my story there. I mean, I was thinking about doing this video uh about getting much more forward depths and this and that, but I thought if we do bring like in David Clemmer, I feel like that's gonna be a brick wall there throughout our development system as well. We got some pretty good uh other uh young players there, which I feel like we need to play much more. And some Parramatta fans criticize Bravos bench there quite a bit as well, saying that it was a bit cold on a KY Rowell to miss out on the bench as well, and a lot of people thought, that Nathan Brown, and Ross Cartwright, something that a lot of people expect them to do a little bit too much, and especially with Reminding moving on, Ross Cartwright won't have that quite great supportive move there of him playing decoy there throughout uh, our hookers as well, which yeah, I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see Josh Hodgson or either Mitch Rain really recapping that combination uh potentially again on how Bryce Corrie can build up to that. After a little bit of a quiet season there for Bryce Corrie, I thought he was going to offer something special there throughout the preliminary final, but he barely got any uh, game time uh, game time once again, and he didn't really do that much there as well. And yeah, yeah, I thought our bench here on how Bradford is trying to go after is pretty good. But there's also another pretty good depth that I feel like a lot of people are pretty much uh, ignoring, and I was also dragging myself off quite a bit on where I actually wanted to go first, but then I thought about the whole four pack thing, and the whole science was like I was like getting my eyes, I was like getting my eyes stick too much to the big elephant in the room there, kind of thing. But I thought the biggest obvious thing, the biggest concern as well, and the biggest uh, issue is not our our defense, which I do think our defense on the edge there has improved. Uh, all we have to do throughout the final series as well is just to fix that consistency, which we actually did, but we didn't actually showed up with that consistency throughout the grand final because of that energy as well. But nevertheless, that's totally uh, irrelevant there towards the video. But all I'm saying is the biggest thought that I also wanted to bring out, well, I really wanted to make this video and and the main purpose on it is that I feel like Bailey Simonson is putting a big stunt or stump or whatever you want to say it is just cr- it's just like a little prevention towards our little young players there throughout the edges as well. I mean, yes, we had Sloan uh Naduki being released, which is a bit of a concern as well. Therefore, for me, I don't really think uh that's the right move. I mean, like here's a backline there for 2023. So we have Gufferson, King Guffo, we have Seahall, we have Warpensini, we have either one Blake starting in the centres and putting Hayes Dunster there on the wing, which I do see coming, but I won't be surprised if Hayes if Bray Alpha does do some a little bit of a experiment there throughout that edge there as well. Throughout putting Hastings there on the centers there as well with William Blake there as well. And I feel like that's highly purposely going to happen, highly likely. But I really want to see William Blake there towards the centers there as well, and also Hastings as well. And most of the time, if one of them do get injured there once again, which yeah, most of them got injured there, highly likely they're out of the backlines there with your Sevos and Penasini there as well, which Sevo and Penasini is not likely to get injured, which I feel like they're the much more fully fitter uh and better and a better performed edges as well, but you know I know that Mitch Moses can connect with that great killer pass uh combination with a one like that as well. But I feel like with Hey Sunset as well, yeah sure one Blake's defense is has improved quite uh a long way there from this season. From 2022. I'm saying not 2023. We'll see about that. But yeah, I feel like Warren Blake is going to come up there for Hayes Dunster as well, and I feel like once he does, I feel like Hayes Dunster will go pretty good as well. And if Hayes Dunster can stay injury free there throughout 2023, I feel like this season he might have a pretty good breakout year, and he could be that winger that we're looking for. You know, somewhat to what other clubs are doing pretty much recently, such as the New Zealand Warriors with uh, Edward Cossie. He was just scoring quite consistently there throughout uh, every single match as well. You got the Penrith Panthers there quite recently there who defeated us in the grand final there with Taylor May, and then also got Charlie Staines who not only scored in the preliminary final as well, but also scored in the grand final, which that says a lot. That says a lot uh of what Haystance's potential can be reaching to that level there. If you could say injury free there throughout the whole of 2023. I mean, you look at other wingers such as the North Queensland Cowboys. They had their long time period player how can you say it again? What's the word for it? Uh, I forgot about it, but yeah, they had a Cole Fell in there. But man, oh man, Muratalangi, he was so crazy as well, and especially the Brisbane Broncos as well. Salute Cobo, who also wanted to put in that passion there towards the club, and I feel like Hayes Dunster there, does have that pretty much the heart and a potential to pretty much put it in the club as well. And sure he's defensive throughout the upper gap there. He's going to take quite work there to work on towards the off season. But I feel like he's going to prove a lot throughout his defense for what we see there throughout 2022 there with Warner Blake there when he started on the wing as well when he was getting off to a slow start there with his defense there on the wing. But but come along, he proved everyone wrong there. William Blake there with his defensive with Marcus Sivo, and I feel like he is going to do the same thing uh as well. His and if his can do that with a William Blake, man oh man, watch out for 2023 as well with that back row uh edge there with 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 Jakey Merchant as well. My God, that's gonna be an absolute crazy backline as well there throughout the guy himself and also Dunster as well. And yeah, but getting back to the Simonson concern the stump thing, I feel like Bailey Simonson he is preventing that sort of way on how on our other uh all players are like actually doing it these days. But such as like like I make examples there for the club, but I just can't seem to get through my head at the moment. But yeah, I feel like Thompson is going to be that bit of a stump there throughout uh uh the next couple of years as well, which I don't get how Simonson plays so well alongside with Harley Smith Shields there throughout the Canberra Raiders, but yet he doesn't fit his play there throughout neither on the wing or on the centers as well. I mean, yeah, sure, in centers he felt like he played a bit better there as well there. In the centers there throughout his defense there as well. But attacking wise, he wasn't well consistent enough, and he wasn't getting enough runs there to really become that uh intimidating there throughout the edge there with William Blake, and that's why I feel like that he's not going to offer uh a lot there as well, and he's going to keep William Blake there just handling all the pressure there from himself there as well, which is just not the right move just to really resign Simonson there as well. I mean, there's like other potential centers there and possible wingers there coming through the system as well. I mean, I've read about I was like De Gois, just basically just uh, you know, seeing all these very good and talented young boys that are coming through the Parramatta district cup competition now throughout every club, especially the former club that I used to play for, Kennedy Heights Dragons there as well. There could be some good players coming from there as well, but yeah, who knows, man? And yeah, honestly, yeah, Bo Simonson is just a waste of a re-signing, and also a little bit of a department that y- you know um, that I'm a bit mixed on. Yeah, sure. Releasing Hayes Perm and the rest of the players who have departed. with him can also open up the cap there quite a bit there for some other pretty good depth there throughout either our back line there purposely. But I feel like but I feel like Browser's next move will possibly be a little bit of a depth there throughout our full pack there as well. But I feel like you know, it was a bit unnecessary there, uh, releasing his Perm there because I feel like Perm, leaving us there as well is just I really don't get it because like our question is, what if Clint Gutherson does get injured purposely as well, throughout the throughout a throughout his season as well. Um, and then who's gonna be a fullback there? I mean, you could put in uh Hayes Johnson there, but I feel like Hayes Perm can do a much more bigger job in that. I feel like he can deliver a much more bigger variety there. At the fullback role there on what Hayes Johnson did. I mean, I know that the Penrith Panthers did a much more similar uh, scenario there as well with Charlie Staines there as well when he was playing on the wing there as well, but also when Dylan Edwards and that was uh injured. Yes, they did play Charlie Staines there, at fullback there, but he did play fullback there for a couple of times there. I think throughout his young young New South Wales Cup days, but going into much more similar situation, if that happens with Hayes Dunster, with Gutherson, I feel like Dunster is going to be caught up in the same uh, result as what Charlie Staines does there. I'm a fullback, and I feel like keeping Hayes Prim there as well, he can possibly be your Stephen Crine there. I'm a fullback, as well. And I feel like uh, you know, uh, if you're going to put Simonson, if you're going to resign Simonson to put him there in the sense there, over Hayes Prim there, I feel like that is a pretty ridiculous choice to make if it was Brafa. Um, but like Perham can play on a 5'8", fullback, on the centres, possibly on the wing there as well. And Simon, like he, like he, like he can either fit on our on our play style, role there throughout the centre and also wing there as well. And to think of that, to even get rid of uh his prim is just absolutely just ridiculous. I mean, I think it might have just I I get I got rid of his prim because he might have just offered much more bigger cap than what Billy Simpson did. And if that is true, then I mean I understand the point, but for the future for our club there, throughout to improve on that edge as well, just to make it much more intimidating there throughout other clubs who have offered their talent there as well throughout uh, their advantage as well. I feel like this is a pretty downgraded option there to just go for Simonson there rather than Hayes Prem there, which yeah, that is quite pressable there for me as well. Um, but yeah, yeah, I think that's it. Going through my quick opinion on what our departments and also our little signs there going through our systems as well. I know that I don't really know that much about our development uh, players as well. But I feel like we can do something a little bit more better as well. Much more better to get much more better forward depth as well. Yes, we've got Makatoda as well, but Madison, you know, yeah, he's pretty good in that. But yeah, I feel like we need a much more, a little bit of a spice there throughout the forward pack there, a little bit there as well, but not a little bit too much as well, because obviously, you know, as I've always said there before, I don't want any other uh older player to prevent any other younger players that coming through the system. You know, I feel like Rafa really needs to take advantage throughout a young system as well. I mean, look at the Parent Panthers, look at the Sydney Roosters, look at the most Storm as well. I mean, look at the North Queensland Cowboys there as well. I mean, when they have Paul Green coming in there as well. And I feel like Manly is also the next club to even do that as well. Throughout the recent uh, breaking news with Des Hasler leaving as well. And I feel like we should jump on onto a trend as well while the other clubs, and also not to mention there as well, South Sydney is also going for the younger club there as well. So I feel like Parramatta really needs to catch up there as well, because I feel like Barafa is is having this bit of a uh, agenda when signing and also targeting for much more experienced players when we already have as well throughout a well, not only a well experienced players, but also those those are well experiences players who made themselves a dynasty. There's for the club, and yeah, yeah, I feel like Rafa is taking a bit unnecessary there throughout AR signs as well, and also a bit of a and unnecessary, and also a bit of a very questionable option there to pick Simon there for over Permanent as well, and also a bit of a shame there for Naduki there just to be released as well. But yeah, 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 that's enough for me. Reveling around there as well. If you guys are brand new to this channel, please like and subscribe for more low content coming in the near future. And lads, that's all I have to say there for today. And this has been Nash Sports here. Take care and peace.
I'm coming in hot.